Face jointing is the first step in processing solid lumber with a jointer. The face must be flat before jointing the edge. Always check the infeed setting before attempting to make any cuts with a jointer. In general, 1/32 of an inch to 1/16 of an inch is the typical amount of material to remove in one pass. With the machine locked out, inspect the cutters for wear and possible damage. Make sure they are securely fastened in place. This is also a good time to move the fence so that only the necessary amount of cutter head is exposed to process the width of the board being faced. Make sure the guard is in place before attempting to machine material. Bridge guards must be raised no more than 1/4 inch above the surface of the stock. Spring-loaded swing-style guards will rotate out of the way as the stock is pushed through and should return to their original position as the stock exits the cutter head. Grain orientation has a big impact on the quality of cut. Stock should be fed with the grain running in a downward direction towards the floor, with the highest point at the leading edge of the board. Failure to properly orient the stock can result in tear out. Here is that same board run in the correct direction. When using a bridge guard, push blocks are optional. In fact, using your hands provides a better feel for the stock being machined. This also allows the operator to maintain continuous pressure on the stock as it exits the cutter. Sometimes additional force is required at the end of the cut. Use a wooden push device to complete the cut, being careful to keep it flat on the jointer bed. Since swing-style guards leave the cutter head exposed on the trailing edge of the cut, push blocks should be used to reduce the operator's exposure. Always be aware of where your hands are located when jointing. They should never pass directly over an unguarded cutter head. The main purpose of a jointer is to flatten material. Severely warped boards can be challenging to machine. While it is more efficient to process long lengths, severe bow may require cutting a board into smaller pieces to process. Pushing down on a board while machining will not eliminate the bow. It will simply spring back after it is released. That is why planers cannot be used effectively to flatten bowed boards. If you find you have to cut a board down, the pieces should be a minimum of 12 inches long to joint safely. Twisted boards are perhaps the hardest of all to work with. You must maintain 3 points of contact while feeding stock into the cutter head to achieve a flat face. Cupped boards should be fed with the concave face down so the edges provide stable points of contact as the board is pushed through the machine. Thin boards can also present a challenge as they may chatter or split while being machined. Never attempt to face joint stock thinner than 3/8 of an inch. As you become more familiar with face joining, feeding the stock will become second nature. Beginners often feed stock either too slow or too fast. Slow feed rates are hard on the knives and may cause burning as friction quickly heats the knives. Fast feed rates will result in rough surfaces. As your skills improve, try to feed the material in one continuous motion and apply even pressure. Stopping causes obvious areas of burnishing, and inconsistent pressure makes it hard to achieve a flat face.